Sup, dudes? I'm Nate Heater.
And I'm Frank Lamontia.
And we are the Sup Dudes. Coming at you again from my car in a parking lot at a movie theater. You know what that means? Say it with me, everybody. Movie review time. Woo! Wait, Frank.
What?
I see something in the camera. Do we always have a backdrop?
No, we do not.
Do you think we're hiding something?
It must be an unearthly presence.
You know what? I think we're hiding something. Go ahead and drop that. Hey! This is actually our first guest review for this series ever. Say your name.
DJ Plant.
DJ Plant. Our good buddy.
Yep. Thank you for joining us for this movie review, DJ.
Thanks for having me.
But what did we see? I think we should talk in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit for this one. Because we just saw
Exorcist,
right?
Believer.
And it was DJ's idea.
Yep. So, of course, he suggested it. We got to get him on the review.
Okay.
So, how we get started, DJ, we usually talk about like the actors, actresses first, and then we talk about the movie a little bit, all right?
Alrighty.
So let's go ahead and get that out of the way so far. So this movie really only has like 3 big names, I would say. First one being...
Maybe more, but we all know them.
Yeah. The mom from the first Exorcist, whose name is...
Ellen Burstyn.
Yep. So if you saw the first Exorcist, which came out, what year?
73.
73, something like that?
There you go.
I trust DJ. If not, we'll put a fact check right here.
Yeah, she's reprising her role as... I don't even remember the name of the movie.
Yeah, something like
but she's
Reagan's
reprising
mom.
her role as, Reagan's mom from the original Exorcist.
Yep. And then it also stars Mr. Leslie Odom Jr. Now, a lot of people may not know who that man is, but he's actually a Tony-winning actor from the hit Broadway musical Hamilton.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Well,
okay.
he won Best Actor that year.
Okay, but yeah, that's why you know him. Okay.
Yep. And then it stars Jennifer Nettles. Now, some of you may not know who that is.
Hamilton.
Oh, you're pointing at me. I thought you were pointing at the DJ.
No,
It's hard because he's not there now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. And then it stars Jennifer Nettles. DJ, you know who that is?
No.
You know who that is, Frank?
I don't either. No.
I know who that is. She's actually the lead singer for the band Sugarland.
Whoa. How could I not know that?
Yeah, how could you not know? Country music, right?
Is it country music?
Yeah, country music.
Because I'm not a 14-year-old
You know,
girl,
Stuck Like Glue?
Okay.
You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. That's her.
No. All right, goodbye.
All right. So, you know what? Guest DJ, do you think you have a good synopsis for this movie?
Let's see here.
Don't give away too much.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just a synopsis.
Not to give away too much. The girls, sweet girls, one wants to, how should I say, I'm afraid to give away too much, but she wants to communicate with someone from her past who's no longer with her.
All right.
And so they connive a way to go sneak off into the woods and do something. We never really see what they do exactly, but they go missing for 3 days and come back, I'm going to say a bit changed.
A bit. Just a bit.
I mean, you can say it. The movie's The Exorcist. Yeah. You can say what happened to them.
Yeah, and it was, I really enjoyed the beginning and the beginnings of The Exorcist and all the, it leaves you scratching your head wondering, okay, am I being paranoid here? Are they being paranoid? Could this be real? Then we get to the point where they start drawing on spiritual traditions. And that's where, to me, it got just a little bit corny. At one point, they're all these people representing different spiritual traditions are in the church, and they look like superheroes lined up, ready to
That's funny that you say that.
Come on.
That's funny that you say that, because I was thinking of them as the Justice League of Religion.
I know, exactly. Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, now we're taking a turn.
Yeah, and it did get a little cheesy. I'm not going to say it did. It did get a little cheesy, but we'll reserve this for...
But all in all, I think it had a good message at the end. You know, they kind of emphasize the secular humanitarianism of just love, as opposed to trying to say that, you know, hey, you need religion or anything like that, even though there were many religions represented.
Yeah.
That's my synopsis.
Very good.
All right.
Hey,
so
he should come along more often.
Honestly, yeah.
A lot more highbrow than we are.
He did his goods and his bads already.
Yeah, right?
Frank, why don't you go up next?
Totally. Okay, well, one of the things I agree with DJ is it was like a superhero group during the exorcism. That's not a spoiler. It's an there's going to be an exorcism. All right,
it's almost in the name.
Yes, almost. But it did get a little cheesy, a little corny a couple times. There's a couple of throwbacks to the original. a couple of lines here and there. Ellen Burstyn, all right, because of what happened with her and her daughter in the first movie. She's like an expert about, she's not an exorcist, but she's an expert about it, so they kind of call on her for help. That's how she's introduced in the movie. You see her in the trailer, so it's no surprise. But, yeah, like DJ said, they go out in the woods. I guess they perform some kind of half-ass ritual. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Half-ass ritual, and, you play with fire, you get burnt. So, literally. So they came back possessed, and the two families are trying to help them out all different ways, medical ways, things like that. And of course, they have to rely on the spiritual. And so there's a lot of infighting between the families and stuff like that. So, am I doing goods or bads?
Whichever one you want to go for.
Okay.
DJ kind of did his both together, so go for it.
Okay. So the bads, the cheesiness, the Justice League of Religions part is not necessarily bad. It just reminded me of that because it was all different religions, like DJ said, got together to help the girls. And we're not saying that they were successful or not. But that wasn't too bad. I didn't really see any bad acting. Some of the characters were cheesy and corny, but that's what they were.
Yeah.
Like there's a preacher, typical, well, I don't want to offend anybody, but typical corny type of preacher. But for the goods, I actually liked it. I thought the story was good. Story in the beginning was good. A lot of nice lead in. The very beginning was a great way to begin it, I think. It gave you an introduction to one of the religions.
Mm-hmm.
And it provided kind of like an intro to the life of one of the families.
A backstory.
So yeah, a little backstory to one of the families. And then I'm not gonna say it was slow moving, but it wasn't like fast paced at all. But it kept my interest, like between the different medical things and the psychological things and then the spiritual things. Now I was raised Catholic, and I've said it before on these reviews. So the two of you that might have remember, I love horror movies with a religious tone.
Me too.
Yeah, to me they're the best. And I also said before, I don't have a lot of expectations of horror movies these days because they've been very disappointing in the past. So I have a very low bar now, so I don't get upset. And this movie, while it wasn't out and out fantastic, it was above that low bar, which I guess is a backhanded compliment. But I think it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good story. The way they brought it to completion, I didn't expect, but it was really good.
All right. Guess it's my turn. Now, I want to start it off by saying I saw the original Exorcist back during COVID time. Nothing else to do. Figured catch up on some old movies,
I saw it in the theater when I was in high school.
Yeah, well, you can definitely tell there's a big age difference between myself and Carmelo. Or Frank, is that he calls himself on this. Like, so I saw it during COVID time, and I gotta say, and I don't know if DJ, if you're a fan of the original Exorcist or not.
Saw it when I was 12 and scared the shit out of me. Made me pray every night.
I just want to say I hated the first Exorcist.
Really?
I could not get into it. I mean, I watched all the way through just hoping that it would get better.
Wow.
And I can see you judging me in the camera. I'm not trying to look back at you right now. But I don't know. I just did not like the first Exorcist. But we're not talking about the first Exorcist. We're talking about the second Exorcist.
Well, to be fair, I mean, thinking back, it was kind of a slow-moving movie, but at the time...
It was groundbreaking.
Yeah, at the time it was groundbreaking, and the slow-moving stuff, it was a standard type of pace for a movie.
But now we're talking about the second Exorcist movie, and I gotta say, I did not like it either. I am 0 for 2 on Exorcist movies. We've seen, not DJ included, of course, Frank and I have seen, I want to say at least 3 other movies. There's a... He crossed me. Okay. No, hold on, wait. Is the Exorcist, shouldn't it be upside down? We're not going to get into that. Anyway, so.
Actually, that's a myth. Go ahead.
Yeah, that is a myth. But anyway, I I lost my train of thought. Second Exorcist, I just wasn't a fan
Just
of,
in case.
and I will say that. Oh, what was I saying? Over 2 on the original, on the 2 Exorcists. It was just.
We saw several.
Yeah.
Exorcist movies.
Thank you. Oh my god, that was bad. The cross really messed me up. Oh my god. No pun intended. Oh my god. So we saw like at least 3 other ones that were like exorcism movies that were spiritualist kind of like spiritual and everything. We saw The Pope's Exorcist not too long ago. We saw The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and we saw Unholy. And those 3, in my opinion, were well better off movies for like demon possession movies, exorcism movies, because they all got exorcised at the end, right?
They were a little more action packed.
Yeah.
But
of course,
I like this one.
I will say almost everything what Frank said, I kind of am on the other side of. I hated the very beginning. I just wanted.
Really?
I did not like the beginning, and not the part when they were in Haiti. I was okay with, but when they were actually in school and everything, and up until like the girls went missing, I hated it. I just wanted to leave the movie theater as soon as I could. Then it got to the cheesy parts in the beginning for me, and from there it was just like, okay, let's just get this movie over with. I just did not like anything really about this movie.
Oh my goodness.
I liked Leslie Odom. He was a good actor.
He was.
I want to say nothing bad about the girl actors because they did a good job.
They did.
So the little girl actors I'm talking about, not like the other girl, but you know what I mean. It was just a too slow moving movie for me. I just wanted it to be over. I mean, if we go technical, the camera shot were well, but just the special effects, just the whole like hokiness, would that be a good word to say?
Yeah.
The hokiness of like, oh, the devil like leaving them, and then like this like, can we call it voodoo magic? I think was she
I don't know if exactly voodoo, but it does
voodoo-esque?
seem like
Called
it.
it root practice.
What practice?
Root
Practice.
Root
All right.
practice.
So we'll say root practice. It's like voodoo-esque. Can we say that at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a voodoo-esque practice that was used against the devil, I guess, who
Don't
was
go too far.
taking over the two kids. So it was like one of those things. And again, like DJ said, the good part was multiple religions represented throughout. There was too much religion talk for me. And I don't know, oh, it's The Exorcist. It's supposed to be all about religion.
Hello.
But the other 3 ones that we saw were not that much about religion, and they were better done.
Hello. It was the priest and the pope and the whole council. That was religion.
But literally, we had a movie called Unholy, and there wasn't as much talk, and I loved it more. Also, Negan was in that one, but that's beside the point. The point is,
Okay.
Exorcist 2, not a fan of, and I'm glad we're out of the theater. So, let's go on to our ratings. Oh,
Wait, one more thing. I have to mention one person.
all right.
Ann Dowd. She played the neighbor who helped out.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's you might know her from The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
She plays like the main matron. I forget her name. I'm sorry. And she was also in The Leftovers. She kind of was like a head of one of the cults that were formed after. I don't know if you're familiar with The Leftovers, but one day a lot of people just disappeared, and they likened it to the rapture. But there was a priest that was trying to debunk that because the people that disappeared were not holy people; they were sinners. So he said it couldn't be the rapture. Anyway, it's not about The Leftovers, but she was a main person in The Leftovers and Handmaid's Tale.
That sounds better than this one. So,
But you mentioned something, I said, I gotta remember that, and I forgot again. All right, don't worry about it. Not important.
let's get to the ratings. So, Frank, go ahead, give us your number to start off with.
Okay, I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna say it was spectacular. I think it's worth a watch, even though I heard someone on the way out said they want their money back.
It wasn't me. I didn't say it.
None of us. But I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
Solid 8. All right. We'll go first, and then DJ will get to you, so that way we can get the substitute's average score. So, you all, like I said, did not like the movie at all. Couple good things, but the bads really outweigh it. Usually, Frank and I agree on movies. There's like very few that we don't agree on. This is one of them that we can now say we don't agree on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Oh man, that's bad.
I just did not like this movie. I wanted this movie to be over from the very beginning. And
Wow.
if a movie does not hold my interest throughout the whole entire thing, it gets a low rating. And I was just in a different mind space throughout the whole, like a majority of the movie. So, with that being said, our average score is going to pop up on screen.
What was that, 11 and a half?
Well, 11.
5.5.
Yeah. Well, no, it's 11, 5, whatever.
5.5.
Yep, it's on the screen, everything. But since we have a guest reviewer, DJ, final remarks and your score.
What is it, 1 to 10?
1 to 10, yes.
1 to 10.
I'm going to have to go with, I hate to rate it so low, but I loved the first half of the movie, which, of course, was the slowest part. The second half, it was just like they kept throwing special effects at you and shock things just to impress you. And it's like, okay, I need story. Give me more story. So I'm going to have to go with a 6.
A 6.
Okay.
All right, so can we do the quick math in our head? 8, 6 is 14, plus 3 is 17. What's that divided by 3? It's like 5 and change?
8.5.
Yeah, about 5 and change. We'll put it up right here with the guest review and everything. Do we recommend this movie? One of us recommends the movie on the big screen. One of us did not recommend the movie on the big screen. DJ, what about you?
You could live without it.
Thank you. Would you say, what about like a streaming service?
I actually would wait till it comes free on pay-per-view or on demand.
So wait for it to come free. All right.
Oh, and also, I already forgot. I'm bad tonight, guys.
Yeah, you are.
Wake up.
Some of the jump scares got me, I gotta admit. And they're not like your typical jump scares. A little bit, but not too bad. But they didn't overuse them. My problem with a lot of these Exorcist type movies is the originality and stuff. They drew on some of the cliche stuff, but they added a couple of new things that I kind of liked. Anyway, I know them after the numbers, but I don't care. But just for that, I would see it on a big screen.
All right. Well, once again, want to thank you, DJ, for being in a guest review and everything. DJ. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that being said, I'm Nate Heater.
And I'm Frank Lamontia.
And I'm DJ Plant.
And we are the Sup Dudes. So long.
+1.
+1. Yeah, +1 today.
May the power of Christ compel you.
Oh, God. I might need the power of Christ after this movie.